Hello, buddy. Welcome back for a new video. I kind of need you guys' help a little bit. I choose to try to do straight shooters to start with to Archon, but maybe also Psycho and stuff like that if that's what you guys want. But I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do yet. I do see a lot of people having issues with my cannon on the Archon, and that's because Archon is kind of special when it comes to cannoning. And that's why I think that I might be doing, of course, first straight shoot cannons for the Archon. And basically, what that means is that whenever we have a normal, I'm pretty sure this is 80. Let me see here. Yeah, this is the 80. Then we have the sand compression. The sand compression itself can be an issue on the Archon. I've tried many different sand compressions on the Archon. I just feel like this one is what is probably the best. This is also what my 240 and 255 has on it, if you go download that. And I did use this compression here on the Archon quite a lot, and it seems like it's working every single time. But again, I'm not really sure. You guys that probably plays Archon could try to help me out here a little bit and let me know what you guys think. What kind of compression I should, sand compression I should put on my cannon. But this one here is what I've tested it out with. The next step in the Archon is a big thing as well. Is that the scatter, which is right here. Let me see here. Which is right here. Yeah, let's take it from here. So whenever the scatter goes off, of course it's not going to be too wide, but the scatter has to go off before this little water, I don't know, my dog is running around, but before this water here comes down, or else it's going to clip on the lava wall, because lava flows on the Archon. So to fix that, we need a decent amount of power. Of course, this is pretty sure this is 9 long. Yep. And when I do these Archon Cannons, I'm going to make sure you can shoot 20 chunks, so you won't have an issue with that. And the scatter has to be fast enough that it doesn't make that line right there, which is also important. The next step is the Obsidian breaker on the Archon. Right now, if you go ahead, and I do not have the Obsidian breaker that the Archon uses. What I do have is a normal Obsidian breaker plugin. You can download free. It says durability is 2 out of 2. Now, if you go ahead and you make a hybrid shot like this, and you put up like that, and fire both of them at the same time, you'll see that it goes down. Of course, it's going to take less damage because it's in water, so it's on 1.5 right now. So that means that if you put up another TNT, just one last TNT here, you'll be able to see that it will go to 0 pretty much. Yeah. So the problem with that is that whenever you play Archon, it is in water, you place 2 TNT and do this. These two is on 2 different timings. These 2 TNT, that means that it only detects one of the TNT. Of course, this plugin here doesn't. But basically, I think that is how Archon's plugin work. I was on Archon and tested around a little bit, and that is basically how that works. So it can only work if you put the TNT in the same spot. So if we do this, then we're gonna need them to fire out at the same time, or else it's not gonna work, or it's not gonna count it if you're on the Archon. And that's one of the issues I had with Archon as well. When there's folders and stuff like that, you have to shoot it twice, which is really, really annoying. And if they have already patched the walls, you'll have to shoot twice as well. Even though if you pre-stack, it's still gonna be the same. It's gonna clip at the top, and that is all because of this blast shit here, and also a little bit about the radius. The TNT will smash it out. And of course, that's an issue, and we have to do something. And what we need to do is that right here, you'll see that we have the hammer. This is not the final design, by the way. I'm still playing around with it, putting it on Archon, trying it out. But basically, what this is that I know from the Archon, it's 10 hits if it's in water, and this is 10 repeaters, all on the same text, going off 2 repeaters, 3 repeaters right after the hammer down, which is gonna explode explode the water. Or the wall before the water here goes. So it will always, no matter what, it will break the wall Of course, this is not the final design. I'm going to put up like a scatter on it. But this right here is what breaks Obsidian in one shot. All 10 repeaters firing at the same time. And that is basically how the Archon works. And that is also why that some of my cannon doesn't really work, as well as why it clips, is because the scatter is not fast enough and stuff like that. And that is not an issue on basically all other servers than the Archon. So of course we'll have to make some cannons specialized to the Archon if you want to raid in the Archon. I have that as well. I have an entire folder just of Archon cannons because, well, they don't really work on other servers and the other way around. It is very weird. Archon is very weird. Sound compression especially is very weird on the Archon. And the TNT plugin, and also the Obsidian plugin and the lava plugin is also very, very weird. And that is one of the challenges you have when you want to use my cannons on the Archon. And for some of you guys that really doesn't really know how cannon works, you kind of download it, know how it like you can change text and stuff like that, but you can really build it yourself. Then of course I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna help you guys out with Archon cannons as well. Right now I'm pretty sure this is working a little bit. But I kind of need some help and tips and tricks of what I should do to this cannon that is going to make it a lot better. So if you guys could help me out there and kind of tell me what sound compression is the best in the Archon, which one doesn't get out as much. I did test this one a lot of times, so if nobody has a better offer or a better opinion, should I say, I'm going to use this sound compression right here. Also, of course, we're going to have a lot more slab burst on it. Which is gonna give us the effect that if you want to nuke the last wall and stuff like that. But of course the cannon is gonna be a little bit different than other cannons you'll see I release, and that's basically because Archon it's a little bit different, and that's why I want to make a cannon that is working 100% Archon. So it's gonna be a little bit different, and of course one of these things is that you have to make sure when you fire out the sand from this compression right here, that whenever it gets out to the cannon, I'm lost. Okay, well, as soon as it gets out here, you have it at the top. So that is where the sand is already. When it gets fired out, it's at the top. Some of my cannons, it's like down here ish, and that is just fine. You can do that as well, and it's gonna work perfectly. But in Archon, because of lag issues and stuff like that, it is a little bit weird. So the best solution is to get the TNT up to the top, like it should be, but not necessarily needs to be. Of course, this is not the final design. I'm probably gonna work around a little bit, but what mainly is the best thing is that we need to one-shot the Obsidian. Because if there's a Obsidian and then a lava wall, then you don't want to make a clip on that one. So it's very important that you one-shot it. And with this 10 TNT, I already checked it out. This will one-shot it in one shot. But of course, that is all based on when you have your. Let me see if I can do this a little bit better. So let's say that this is the wall, and because we need the TNT to blow up all at once. I'm sorry, my dog here. I don't know what my dog's doing. Well, if you see we have a normal scatter, let's say we have a 30 block scatter, we have a 50 block scatter, or whatever. What happens is that they are ticked after each other. So if you go ahead and do this, oops, there we go. And then of course it's going to be like that, and then more repeaters and blah 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 blah. And then of course at the end here we have this line here. So what it does is that it pulses out. So if we have normally on my cannon, let me think here, we have, what do we have? Alright, so we have something like this, which is 16 TNT, and then of course we're gonna have a space in between, and we're gonna have the exact same over here, and then of course we wire that up. But that means that there's only going to be 6 TNT firing at once in one spot, and then the rest is going to be fired down. It's like duk 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 duk. So it scatters down, you know, with this effect right here, with that effect right there. So to figure out how we're going to do this the best is to know how many hits a TNT. An Obsidian has, and the durability of this is 2, of course. On Archon it's 10. I'm pretty sure it's 10. I did test it, and it gave another result when it was in water, so I'm not really completely done testing it, but I should be done soon and fix up the scatter and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's 10. Yeah. Alright, so now that we got that, then we need 10 TNT to blow up in this red sand here before it starts to go down. If you don't have 10 TNT in that little area right there before it goes down, this durability here is not gonna be completely destroyed. And that means that the top block, how do we do this? That means that, alright, let's just say that this is obsidian as well. So that means that the top block, which is right here, is not gonna get destroyed because then it blows up and boom, then this one is not going to get destroyed, this one and this one and this one. This one might, and then when this flows down, it might take a little bit more of this when the TNT falls down and makes a hole, and then to the end maybe do something like that. But that makes you clip on this little obsidian right here. So it is very important that we get the scatter just right. So at right here, at this block, this Y level, we have 10 TNT blowing up, so it's gonna make a hole big enough for the cannon to go to the next wall. And also very important that whenever you do this, that we have it to be able to one-shot. So whenever people have like lava right here or something like that flows right here, let's just say that this is lava. So whenever we have that flowing down the wall, and some people on the Archon do this, when you do that, then if this one doesn't blow up before the lava starts to spread over it, then it's gonna clip on the next wall, whether it's gonna be a water wall, and we're gonna have a fuck ton of cobblestone fucking up every single time we shoot, and that's kind of the end of doom. So of course we don't want that. And the best solution to get rid of this is to basically just make sure that whenever we shoot this here, we make sure that it blows fast enough that whenever the lava goes down again, that it's gonna clip down here instead of having it all other places, like up here where the cannon platform, or where we shoot at, where we want the hole, you know. So that's one of the things, or a few of those things I'll be doing on these Archon cannons here to make sure that they work. And of course, always test them on the Archon. Some of my cannons that I make is not tested for the Archon because I don't make Archon specific for the Archon, or I don't make cannon specific for the Archon. It's more like a white based I do. So that's kind of not really Archon cannons itself. But of course, I can do that as well. I can make Archon cannons. So the obsidian block in one hit, we're going to have a lot more power. We're going to have a lot more slap bars for when you want to nuke that wall. And all in all, guys, we just have a better, clean cannon, including the sand that goes up to the top of this block here to make sure maxed step. Yeah, well, if it lags, then it's not going to fall down, or something crazy like that. Like, I've seen a lot of shit on Archon I thought was never possible. But that is how it is. And let me see here, somebody's calling me. Alright, but all in all, that's what I think is the best solution for the Archon. This is how I made my private Archon cannons, and they work just fine. So I thought, why not go ahead and make a few cannons to release as well, maybe build on it from there. And not only to the Archon, maybe also to Psycho and other faction servers like that. But I'm gonna need you guys' help because I don't really play that much Archon, and you guys probably rate more than me. So what did you find the best when waiting on the Archon? Especially sand compressions, I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm not really sure what sand compressions is the best. If it's the one push or if it's the 2 wide or whatever it is. So if you guys could help me out there, and we can make a pretty good cannons for the Archon as well that you guys can enjoy just as well as you enjoy all the other cannons, I hope. But all in all, guys, this is basically how it is. Could use some help with the sand compressions and what you think is the best way, and if you guys want a big scatter on it, I would like to know that as well. But I think that's just about it for this little video here. So go ahead and leave a comment down below for whatever you think that I should do. And I'm doing this 100% for you guys that watch my videos to kind of say thank you. So all you guys that plays Archon, I know that you have problems with my cannons, and this is exactly why, because the lava plugin and the Obsidian Destroyer plugin that the Archon choose to use. I did make a video about this lava plugin a few months back, I'm pretty sure, but you haven't really done anything. I guess they don't want to listen. But all in all, guys, I think that's just about it. So leave a comment down below for what you think I should do with these cannons here that's gonna make them even better on the Archon. And we talk the Archon right now. We're not talking on other servers. We specialize this in the Archon, and let's see how that goes. But all in all, guys, thank you guys for watching this video here. Leave a comment, like down below, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Almost 3K subs, guys. Get me up there. Thank you so much.